So today we will do equilibrium of concurrent forces, and we will also do free body diagram. Okay, so free body diagram, there are many work to do. Let's start with equilibrium of concurrent forces first. What are they? So when you have many forces which are taking place simultaneously, then how can you keep that object in equilibrium? Let's see an example. Let us make an example to see. Let me give you first the definition. So forces acting at the same point simultaneously is called concurrent forces. Concurrent forces. Okay?
Yes, sir.
If the net force acting at a point or a system at a point where number of concurrent forces are acting simultaneously is 0, then the system is said to be in equilibrium. Means, look at this case. If I give you, let's say, a best example would be that we have a point here. You're pulling this point by a force F1, and this point is again being pulled by another force F2, and another force F3 is also pulling it from three sides, such that the resultant of F1 and F2 is F dash, which is equal and opposite to F3. Similarly, F2 and F3's resultant is F double dash, which is equal and opposite to F1. So they cancel each other. Similarly, F1 and F3 resultant is F triple dash. So that means F1 and F3's resultant F triple dash is equal and opposite to F2. Hence they cancel out. Got my point? This will happen. When this happens, we will say that the net force sum of Fi is equals to F net, as we know. But when this happens, that F net is 0. When F net is 0, means, what does this mean? Sum of Fi is equals to 0. That is, means the point O is in equilibrium. Is in equilibrium. Clear? Understand? So we can write, for this case, we can write F1 plus F2 plus F3 equals to 0. Or we can write F1 is equals to minus F2 plus F3. And you can check it. F2 plus F3 is which one? F2 vector plus F3 vector. I can use triangle law vector addition to explain you this. So triangle law, if I take this one, this is F3.
It is clear from here only.
It is clear from there only, but I am still showing you. Then this one would be what? You can see it is going this way only. This is which dash? This is which one? F double dash. So this is equal to f double dash. This is what I was saying. So f1 is equal, f is opposite to f double dash. That this is what? Isn't this again we are back to Newton's third law?
Yes, sir.
Now in this case we have a famous theorem called Lami's theorem. May I clean it?
Yes, sir.
And this gives rise to also something called free body diagram. Let me clean it. Now there is something called Lami's theorem, which is very important in mechanics. You will be needing it in your higher in competitive exams. Lami's theorem. So do the Lami's theorem. Consider three forces I give you. They are acting at a certain angle, alpha, beta, gamma. Okay. So this is F1, this is F2, this is F3. So three forces are acting at different angle, alpha, beta, gamma. This is alpha, this is beta, this is gamma. I am taking in anti-clockwise sense. Okay, I am taking like this way, alpha, beta, gamma. Okay, alpha, beta, gamma. Then what we can do? Can we form a triangle with them? We can form a triangle, right? I will take F1. So direction of F1 is this. Then this is F2.
Yes, sir.
This is the direction of F2. And I can also form, this is F3. Right? So look closely. So that means if this is beta, so F1 and F2, this is F1, this is F2, right? So what do you think? This is gamma,
Yes, sir.
this is what? These are linear pairs, right? So if I take this angle from here and place it here, right? I can keep it like this or not?
Yes.
So how much is this angle then? So this would be, because they are linear pair. What are linear pair? If I give any line, if I take any angle, so if this is alpha, this would be pi minus alpha. These two angles are called linear pairs, right? Class 9.
Yes, sir.
So then, so you can see if this is, I will just try, because vectors, they are vectors. When they are representing in one direction, they represent the whole direction also. So I can easily move around it here, and I can keep it here, and then I can say that if this is gamma, this must be what? Pi minus gamma.
Pi minus gamma.
That means this angle is how much? Pi minus gamma.
Gamma. Yes, sir.
Similarly, what can I do? Can you guess? What can I do now? Similarly,
F2 and F3.
I can do for the others, right? That means, can you guess how will I do it? So I can take this one now. So next one would be which one? This is F2 I have done already. Now it is between F2 and F3. This is F3. So F2, this is F3. I can take it here.
Yes, sir.
I can take it here. Or else I can do like this. I can increase the line here.
Yes, sir.
I can increase the line here. Which angle is, this is alpha. So this angle is how much?
So pi minus alpha.
Pi minus alpha. So that means this angle is also what? Pi minus alpha. So I write here what? Pi minus alpha. And finally this must be what?
So pi minus gamma.
I hope you got the concept.
Pi minus beta.
Pi minus beta. Sorry, pi minus beta. So you got the concept. And look at the arrows. All of them in the cycle, right? Because the net force is 0. They are in equilibrium. They are in equilibrium, right?
Yes, sir.
Then what can I write? Then what can I write? Now you tell me, what do you think will be? What do you think will be the sine of pi minus alpha? What do you think will be sine of pi minus alpha? What do you think? Or you can know, if you know law of sines, you can apply law of sine to triangle ABC. What can you write? You can write f1 by f1 opposite what? Pi minus alpha, sine of pi minus alpha, f2 by sine of pi minus beta and equal to f3 by sine of pi minus gamma. They are all equals to some constant. And this theorem is called Lami's theorem. Okay, now wait a minute, we can simplify a little bit further. We know what? Sine of pi minus alpha can be written as sine of 2 into pi by 2 minus alpha. That means first 90, second 90 minus alpha. Minus alpha is this side. So you are in the first quadrant only. And 2 changes to what? 2 is even. So sine will remain sine. So sine alpha only. Then I can write this as what? f1 by sine alpha equal to f2 by sine alpha and f3 by sine alpha, which is equals to constant. And this theorem is called Lami's theorem.
So, but should it not be f1 by sine alpha is equal to f3 by f2 by sine beta?
Oh yeah, beta. Sorry. What I have written? Yeah, that is the one. Come on, I'm very sorry about that. Yeah, that is the one I'm saying. Thank you. I meant that only, but my hand wrote something else. So this is called Lami's theorem. It is an extremely important theorem in when you are dealing with concurrent forces. For example, I'll give you an example. Let's say I give you this question. These are three forces which are acting at a point like this. This is 150 degree. This is how much? 150. And then this is also 150 degree. How much is then it is? 300. This is 60 degree. Okay. Let's say this is 10 Newton. This is 5 Newton. Can you find F? Can you find F? The point O, I'll give you the question. The point O is under equilibrium. What kind of equilibrium? I will show under equilibrium. We'll talk about different kind of equilibrium in later. Is under equilibrium. Okay. Find the force F. Can you?
Yes, sir.
Done?
So here f1 by sine 150 is not equal to f2 by sine 150.
What? Maybe they will disbalance, no? Because I just roughly made them. So maybe a little here and there, no?
So because 10 Newton by sine 150 will not be equal to 5 Newton by
Yeah.
sine
It will not be. Yeah. That is what it should be. I think that's why I was also thinking that. I think this one I have done mistake. All of them are equal. Anyway, you got the idea. Okay.
Yes.
You got the idea, right? Let us do some proper problems. Yeah, I just rusted. They should be. This is fine. This too is fine. But then 10 by sine 60 will not be there, no? Let's see.
Yes.
10 by sine 60 will be equal to how much? And then f by 5 by 150. 5 by 150 sine 150. 150 is how much?
So 1 by 2.
1 by 2, na? Sine 60 is root 3 by 2 equal to f by 150. 150, no, it is plus or minus sine 1 into 90, 1 into 90 plus 60. So first 90 into 60, so cos 60 degrees, how much? Half, na? So 5 by 2, so 10 only, yeah, it's 10 only, na? Sine 60 is equal to 10. This is 10. Yeah, this should be how much? This one should be, yeah, this one should have been also 5. Then it is fine. No, not 5. This one should be 5 root 2. Sine 60 root 3 by 2. 5 root 2. No. This should be,
so 5 root 3.
5 root 3. 5 root 3 by 2. 5 root 3. 5 root 3. 5 root 3. It should be. Then, yeah, it should be 5 root 3. Then you will get the answer. This one should be 5 root 3. Yeah. 5 root 3. Then you can easily find, na? So it should be 5 root 3 by sine 150 is equal to f by sine 150. Now we can easily solve them. So that's
so f will be equal to 5 root 3.
Yeah, generally in such cases where you are using Lami's theory, it will not be so easy. This force will also be not been provided. It will not be provided to you. Only the angles will be provided, F1, F2. You can try it. You can see how this mechanism work, how this law work. So if I give you 3 forces, F1, F2 and F3, F1, F2 and F3 if I give, F1, F2 and F3 if I give, you see, I will get here, let's say F1, this is 150, let's say this is 120, what is left then? 150, 270, so how much is 30? 90. So if this is the case I give you, right, and I say that F1 is equals to F2, let's say, okay, then find. How will you do this? Or any one of the force, let us not give that, let me one force I give you, F1 is equal to, let's say, how much? 5 Newton. Then you can write 5 by sine 150 is equal to some constant, okay, 5 by sine 150 is equal to F2 by sine 90, right? F2 by sine 90. Similarly, it should be what? Equal to F3 by sine 120. Right? Anyway, you got the picture. Let us take a real example now. Make it. Now take this example. I'll make one. This one is there. This is a very common example. I give you, let's say, this is a surface. A load, say 6 kg weight is hanging. This is an NCERT problem. If I am not mistaking the data, if I still remember properly. Now what happened is that now one more thing before I proceed, you need to know what is tension. What is tension? Tension is force per unit length. Its unit is Newton per meter, but if you look closely, if L equals to 1 meter, then tension is equals to force, right? T equals to F.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in most cases, whenever we take T equals to F, that means we are considering they are all per meter. Okay, so now let's see. So this is a rod. This is a weight which is hanging from a string or thread. Now next what is done is that another string, this is a 2 meter, another string, so this is the normal initial path. From here another string has been fixed and it has been pulled by a force of 50 Newton. Okay, this length is now 1 meter. This is 6 kg weight, don't forget that, 6 kg weight. This is 1 Newton, 50 Newton. Okay, there given. What you need to find, what is this theta? Find the angle theta. Find the angle theta. Tell me, can we use Lami's theorem here? I can see we have one tension here, right? T1. There is the T2 and there is definitely force. I can see 3 forces here, right or not? 3 vector quantities I can see.
Yes.
So definitely, how much is this angle? 90.
90 degrees.
This is also what? 90.
90.
How much is this? Is theta means how much? Theta. Right? Correct or not? Now tell me, what is this angle then? So how can we write? How can we do it? And how much is this angle? How can you write this angle? Definitely it would be also 90 plus something. But is it theta? Is it going to be theta? What do you think?
Maybe it may not be.
So what do you think?
So if it is 45, it may be.
45 it may be, if it there else not. So what we can do? We can do it in 2 ways. Shall we try with Lami's theorem? Let's see if Lami's theorem work properly or not. Okay? So let us name this as phi. And remember, I have told you 1 meter means this length is how much? 1 meter only. Okay? So 50 by sine phi is equal to how much? 50 by sine phi is equal to T2 by sine 90 plus theta. Can I say it like this? Equal to how much? This is also, which one is this? T1. T1 by sine 90. Can I write like this or not? Tell me. Equals to constant. Okay?
Yes.
So T1 is how much? Oh sorry, this is T2. This is 50 by, okay, this is 50 by this, 50 by sine phi, no problem. Now this is also 90 plus some angle. I don't know how much will be that angle. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. You have missed one thing. This is 90. This is how much?
So that we don't know.
That
90 minus some.
how much thing? Let's say this is x. So x will be what? X plus theta plus 90 is equals to 180.
So x plus theta will be 90.
So x plus theta plus 90 equals to 180. So x plus theta equals to how much? 90.
90.
So x would be how much?
Yes.
So can I write
Theta
it
minus
here?
90.
So x, I am writing here x. So x will be how much? 90 minus
90.
theta. Then can I write here 50 plus how much? 50 by,
So
wait.
then we can also write phi as 90 plus x.
Which one? Yeah, that is I'm
Phi
writing.
is
You
90
see,
plus
that is I'm
x.
writing. That is I'm writing. So I'm writing phi as what? Phi would be 90. I'm writing. I'm doing it here directly. So phi will be what? Tell me. 90 plus 90 minus
90 minus theta.
tau. Tau. Tell me how much is it? 180 minus theta.
Yes, sir.
So it should be what? Pi minus theta.
Sine minus theta.
Pi minus
Yes.
theta. Come on. This is the sine theta. 90 minus theta would be what? 1 into 90 plus theta. Tell me. You must know this. 1 into 90 plus theta. So I am using Lami's theorem only. So first quadrant plus theta. So this quadrant. Sine changes to cos. Sine is negative. Sine is positive here. So this is cos theta. So I will get here how much? Cos theta.
Cos.
And this is T1 by T1 only equal to K, whatever constant. Let it be. Next, sine pi minus theta will be what? Tell me now. Pi minus theta. How can I write? Sine of 2 into pi by 2 minus theta. So what it should be? 2 minus theta. Positive. So 50 by...
Minus sine theta.
No. Oh, sorry. First, second, third, second. First quadrant, second quadrant. Positive only. So sine theta. T2 by cos
Yes,
theta equal to T1 equals to K. Now I need to find. So you can see how I have got this value. So can I write 50 by sine theta is equal to T1? So 50 equals to T1 sine theta. You open any book, any reference book anywhere, they are not going to use Lami's theorem to explain you. They will say, they will go in their traditional way as they have copied from different reference book, is that this is tension T1, this is tension T1, you break it into two component. This is T cos theta, this is T1 sine theta. But then you forget to use Lami's theorem. Okay? So 50 equals to T1 sine theta. I have got it. Now similarly I can write what? T2 equals to T1 cos theta. Shall I divide them? So 50 by T2 is equal to tan theta. Is T2 given to me? What is T2? Yeah, T2 is given to me. T2 is what? T2 is 6 gram weight. Kg weight or gram weight I said? 6 kg weight, no? 6 kg weight. 6 kg weight. So it is not, so you have to multiply it by 10. 6 into 10, that gives me 60 Newton. So 5 by 6 is equal to tan theta. How will you find the angle tan theta? How will you find the theta? So you see,
tan inverse 5 by 6.
yes, but how much is the angle? How will you find? So you need to plot this curve. Tan curve is like this. Okay? This is how much? Tan 90. Tan 90 is infinite, right? This is tan minus 90. Okay? And so this top value, this is how much? Tan 45 degree, pi by 4, which is how much? 1. Okay? We are interested in finding rough value. Without calculator, our idea is to find the rough value. This is minus 5 by 4. Now 5 by 6 is how much? 5 by 6 is how much? Tell me roughly. 0.0 5, 0.0 6 is the 48, 0.8. Where is the value then? Close to pi by 4, close to 45 degree, right? So theta will be between how much? 43 to 45, 43 to 44, 43 or 44 degree, or maybe yeah, 43 or 44 degree. 43 or 44 degree. Just check it. Just check it once. How much is it?
So it will be a bit less than 43. 43 is 0.93.
10. Less than that. 44.
So
Maybe.
less than 43.
Less than 43. We can take. Let me see.
So 1041.
Okay, 10. Yeah. Okay. I have to look at the curve, na? Yeah, you have to plot the curve properly. Then the curve will say, if the curve is increasing like this, so this is 1, right? So then at this position the decrease is slow, na? Yeah, decrease is less. Yeah, so at least we are in the range. We can write it between 40 to 45, 40 to 44, not 45. You can say like that, na? You're at least getting the range, na? Is the angle is between what? Without using any calculator, you are saying or not? 40 degree. 40 degree would be a great answer.
Yes, sir. 1040 is 8.
0.8. Great answer. 40.
0.8390. So
Yeah, great. If you can roughly, we need rough answers in the exam. Because when you are actually designing something, then you will be given the fastest computer with lots of precision and thing. Don't worry in that. Okay, then everything is, but your logic in physics should be extremely accurate. Okay? No mistake in that. Try this. I'm giving you this question now. These are two ceilings. And a weight is hanging like this way. 4 kg weight, 60 degree, T2, T1, and what else? T2, T1 given. That's it. You have to find T1 and T2. So you can see tension. I did not write force.
Yes.
That means these are all 1 meters. Just for your, now you should be familiar. I'm not going to write 1 meter anymore. You should understand that the length is 1 meter. Okay? Unless specified. So find T1 and T2. I'm waiting. Done.
Yes, almost done.
Avi?
So doing so.
So it is 80 root 3 by 3. So do I take approximate values of root 3 and 80 by 3?
Root 3 is how much? 1.7. If you were doing physics, if you don't know these values, root 2 is nothing else to remember.
1.414.
1.414. Root 3 is 1.7. 1 by root 2 is how much? 0.707. These are the three things you will frequently encounter. And whenever you want to find the angles, you need to remember sine curve, cos curve, how is the cosec curve, cosec inverse curve, sec inverse curve, all this thing is required. Okay. So tan curve I have drawn like that. So tan inverse curve would be something like this.
Sir, is the answer 30.125 something Newton?
Which one? T1?
Sir, sir, both are equal only.
No, they are not equal. How can you say equal? They will not be equal. This is 60. How much is this angle? Come on, this is 90. This is 30. So 90 plus 30 is how much? 120. This is 40. So 40 by sine of how much? 120. And T2, how much is this angle? Again this is 60. 90 plus 60. Come on. T2 by sine 150. And then finally, what is it? T1 I have taken, T2 I have taken, and 40 by the T2, T1. T1 by 90. Come on. Done.
So I got T1 as 800 root 3 by 3.
Calm down. No. It is T1 should be around 45 to 50. 45 Newton. T2 around 22, 23.
So I have not converted into decimal. Please wait.
Give me the rough answer.
Sir, T1 I am getting 46.24.
46 will do. 46. You have taken 10, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And T2?
T2 I am getting 23 point something.
So for T1 I am getting 46 1 point something, and for T2 it is 23 0 point something.
Yes, I'm also getting 23.12.
Will do. Right, fine. May I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so one more question. So you should be no picture here. Okay, I'm writing a mass, a mass 1 kg, a 1 kg mass hangs in equilibrium from from two strings OA and OB. No diagram here. You have to draw it. Which one is OA? You have to find out. What are the tensions on the string? What are the tensions on the strings if the two strings subtends angle of 60° and 30° to the roof from where the strings are fixed. Do you have to draw the diagram? This is also you are creating. Okay, so these are concepts, these are your learning, so please draw the picture. If you can draw it successfully, 1 mark.
So the third angle will be 170 degrees.
Huh?
So the third angle will be 170 degrees.
That I don't know. How can you say third angle is 170 degrees? The two
So
strings
because
are hanging from the ceiling. Let's say from the ceiling, they are hanging on the ceilings and they are carrying a mass of 1 kg at their one end.
yes, sir.
So for at the top ceiling, they are sustaining an angle of 60° and 30° with the ceiling.
Oh, okay.
Please read the question. That is why I have given you the diagram. Now all the time diagram will not be provided. You need to have your picture. Mm-hmm. Done.
No, sir.
Your next homework is ready. Come on. Why so long? This is the picture. Couldn't draw only.
So picture. Go.
One G, not one gram. This is 1 G. That means 1 kg into G. So T1, T2. So find now. How much is this? This is definitely 90.
Yes, sir.
This is
Sir,
90.
the string with the angle forming 30 degree is 5 Newton. And the other one is...
Just tell me T1, T2 how much. Any side you can take 60 or 30. Doesn't matter.
Okay, sir.
Did you draw this diagram?
Yes, sir. Sir, in your question, in your diagram, T1 will be 5 Newton and T2 will be 5 root 3 Newton.
Okay, let's see what is his answer. I think the answer is right. Correct answer. Now, should I give you a difficult question on this? Difficult, not this, as a research based question. And that would be last for today. May I give?
Yes, sir.
Look at this gymnast here. Can you see?
Yes, sir.
Can you identify the tension acting on his hand? Roughly. Can you correlate what you have learned today? You have to do some research on what do you think his height is. Based on that height, how much would be his rough mass weight is. Okay? Then you have to draw the mechanic diagram. I can see T1 and T2 will be equal only. Correct?
Sir, so we have to find the tension in both his hands.
Yes. You have to tension in both his hands. Right?
Yes.
Try to draw the picture and roughly then draw the mechanic diagram. You can consider his whole body as an object. Okay? As a square object. And from there you can draw the two lines as two tensions. These are the tension on. Build up a question on this, that a gymnast is doing performing things on rings, something like that. And then I am giving you two people, two different. You can consider, let us see what mass you take, what mass you take. Correct?
Yes.
Based on that, how much do you think his tension is? Because once you know the tension, and also know, remember, here you need to understand one thing, don't forget. I am talking about tension. I am not talking about force. You have to know what is his rough hand width, hand length.
So with the string, no?
Only what is his hand length? What is the hand length? I done nothing to do above it. Why? Because he is giving force tension from here like this, na? That's why he is hanging. And here is his weight down. So this is T1, this is T2. Now you have to know what is his rough length. So you do some research on the net that what is the rough length of a this much height person. So whatever for tension you're going to get divided by that, whatever force will give you the force. Remember that. Here, in all these cases it was easy because all of them was what? All of them was what? I have taken this to be approximate T equals to F. In this case it may not be. Understand?
Yes, sir.
So you please keep that in mind. So this is force, because this is force, this is T into 1, that T equals to force by L, that means T into 1 is my force. Remember that. So in this case it should be different. And you did not submit me that this is Salian one also. When will you submit? Or now? Don't know. Now the exam is over, why you are not doing? Now your news, not even news board also? Then why are you not submitting? You forgot also. What is this? I'll give you a date. Wait. Today is 6, no? By 13th.
Yes, sir.
By 13th.
Yes, sir.
By 13th submit me. Both of you.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. See you on Thursday.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.